Make sure that this ain't louder than I'm gotta be today. Let's see. I'll put it down here. You know I gotta listen to my music. Hello, 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 my people, my bipolar people. I'm just coming on because let me tell you something. I believe the bipolar shit is coming to an end. Hold on. Yeah. So, I gotta get my watch because I keep track of time. But hello, my bipolar people. Have you missed me? Have you missed me? As you can see, I'm in a whole nother setting, whole new spot. Um, Life gets crazy. I'm not even about to go through the whole what this one did, what that one did, all these different dynamics. No, we're not doing that anymore. And that's why I think that the bipolar shit is coming to an end. Bipolar shit might have to come to an end because I don't want to talk about shit like that anymore. I don't want to get on and vent and talk about a bunch of stupid shit. I should be doing interviews. I should be interviewing people, especially after my other little trip that I took, which I'll get to. My little road trip to Memphis. Yes, I drove to Memphis. You know I had to do it. The last show of the DolphLand Museum, you know I had to go. And I had nobody to go with me, even though I was down there. I went and got my baby from Atlanta, and he came with me to the car show. He really liked that, but that didn't all come together like I wanted it to. But I'll talk about that later. So like I said, the bipolar shit might be coming to an end. I'm in a whole new spot. I'm in a whole new state of mind. Now, let me tell you something. Shit gets up. Shit still gets down for me. It's just the way I'm dealing with it. It's just the way I'm vibing lately. I'm in a whole nother universe right now. And not that I'm so happy, you know what I'm saying? It's just that environment is so important. And I knew that. I knew that. I knew I had to get from where I was at to, I had to get the fuck out of there. It was not going to help me thrive. My baby was not going to thrive in that environment where people just watch you now. Everywhere you go, people going to watch you. For some reason, I get extra special attention where I go shit. And that's not me trying to be stuck up or thinking I'm something more than I am. Your girl really gets like a different type of attention every single place that I go. But that's neither here nor there. In this element, in this environment, I would hope that people would take that attention, whether it's positive or negative, and do something else with it. Because right now, I don't even want your positive attention. Right now, just let me be. That's what I need. I need you to just let me be. Let me fill out my environment. Let me figure this shit out. I see beauty when I see outside. Ain't no motherfucking trash on the street. It's a little courtyard. They was just out there doing the landscaping yesterday. Like, that's the type of shit I need to see. That's what I need to be a part of at this time in my life. You understand? So, I don't want to talk about the bipolar shit anymore. I don't want to talk about how this one did and remembering how this one fucked me over and da 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 da. I don't want to do that no more. You already know it's still about my Jasmine tea though, and my K-cup. I'm surprised I still have my stuff because it was like some stuff I don't have. Like when I was moving out, I think bitches was still in my boxes. It's like 2 boxes of stuff that I'm like, where's my shit? And once everything was out of storage, and I'm like, where's my shit? You know what? At this point, I could care less. I could care less because I'm not about to keep putting myself through things that are stressing me out. I'm in a new spot. Like the things that happened to me in between of being homeless again, right? The things that happened to me, I was sleeping in my car. Like people don't even know, like some people know, but some people don't even know like what I went through and what I was going through. Like I said, I don't want to be specific, but I went from one spot, I was sleeping in my car, I went to one spot, and then that didn't work out. And then I went back to sleeping in my car, and then somebody else invited me somewhere, And then it was like, that didn't work out. It was just like, and maybe it was me because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to needing somebody to stay in their house. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I had my own apartment since I was like 20. Maybe 22. Either way, I kept a roof over me and my kids' heads. So how do I end up homeless like that? And y'all know last year I went through the same thing. It was crazy because the last year I was homeless for Christmas and New Year's. This year I was homeless for my birthday. That was deep. That was deep. But it's never going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. So, you see my new spot. You already know I have to have my birdie view. But we are less birdies. Why are we less birdies? Because where I was at, I didn't let my birds fly around in their home, right? In the second spot. And it's a whole nother. I ain't going through all of that shit. But I didn't let my birdies fly around in their home, so I would park my car in the back and leave the windows open just enough so that they can fly around in the car and get some air. And don't you know, a cat squatted on my birdies. And the way they used to sit right by the windows, you know, the mirrors by the door, they used to sit right there. And that cat squatted on my birdies and snatched Dolphy out and ate my birdie right under my car. Left. I came out there and saw nothing but feathers. I was ecstatic. I was, that hurt. Because y'all already know Dolphy is my spirit birdie. Y'all already know. Y'all see my videos about him. Y'all know. But we'll get to it. Well, I'm finished with that because I don't want to keep talking about my birdies that have passed away. And then my other birdie, Blitz, right? Let me just tell you right quick about Blitz. I got Blitz last year for my birthday because I felt like, and I named him that because that's what I felt like my life was in, a Blitz. A Blitz means like a constant barrage and like a constant attack. And that's what I felt like my life was in. So that's why I named my birdie Blitz. So the other day, because it seemed like it was just taking so long for me to move in. I had my date for the 15th, and it just seemed like those days, when I got back from Memphis, I had 10 days left, or whatever it was. I had 10 days left. And it just seemed like those days just dragged on. And then the rest of those days, I slept in my car. Yeah. And then so I would go to the park every morning and just kind of take a walk or whatever. And I didn't seem to lose any weight. I seemed to gain some weight, right? Because I don't know how the hell I gotta be the most homeless ass person to gain weight when me homeless. But anyway, so go to the park. Yeah, as you can see, I done got me a little more titty. You know you can gain some weight when you gain weight in your titties. But so Blitz, I don't know why he's never done that. None of them. The window cracked. He flies out the window. I find him. And he comes back. Gets on my hand, eat from the bowl. And when I was trying to bring him to me, he flew away. I haven't seen him since. So I had to process that, like, maybe that was God telling you to let the bird go. Because I was going every morning. Coming all the way from over there, down there, coming back up here. To go look for my bird in the park, and I didn't find him. And I had to process that, like maybe that was God telling me that your life is not in a blitz anymore. And I had to let him go. So there's one bird left. Loyalty. It's the only birdie left. Loyalty stands on its own, doesn't it? So that was even more significant to me. That loyalty was the last one left. But I'm okay with that. I had to, everything that's happened, I just had to accept it. Everything that has been happened to me, everything that has been done to me, everything that I was not able to control and keep within my realm, I had to accept it. I had to accept these losses, not just material losses, because I mean the boxes that they took, it wasn't my good stuff, my stuff from my childhood, or my, it wasn't that stuff, but it was things that you shouldn't have taken my things. But okay, then these losses of people, because it gets hard to call people friends or used to be friends or whatever when they do you like they do you, and then they act like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was the one that was down. There's no way that I came to your home to cause any disruption in your home. I was the one that was down and out. Why would it seem any other kind of way? How could you process that any kind of way? Even though there probably are people that do that, that come into people's home using them. Don't try to just making sure. No, I was so uncomfortable that I wanted to make other people comfortable that I was there. And I guess that was making people uncomfortable in both of those situations. And I was doing more than I should have, because then you do more, and then people, they don't see it as a thing of gratitude. They think they can use that. Because I'm always trying to earn my keep. I'm always trying to, you know what I'm saying, both of these situations. But the other situation, it became, because they were, I'm not going to talk about the specifics, but they had a mother that was ill. So I'm helping out. I'm doing things because you couldn't do it. And it became a situation of, not a situation of me showing my gratitude. It became a situation of me getting used because I will do. That's over with. I can't be that person anymore. I can't be that person anymore. So many things have happened to me. So much stuff has happened to me. I just want to let it go. I just want to look out my window and see my pretty view. I got a ticket last night too. Now, my license and registration and stuff hasn't been changed to this area, because in New Jersey you got to change, then you got to wait 2 weeks, and But I'm like, why'd you give me a ticket? I'm right out here. And I got my permit. I just didn't have it showing that night, so that's why I got a ticket. But anyway, I love what I see when I look outside. I can't wait for my son to get here. Speaking of that, because I'm going to get to my trip to Memphis and all that. But that's why I feel like now it's time to end the bipolar shit. There's no need for me to do this and call it the bipolar shit anymore. What I wanted to do with it was interview anyway. I wanted to have a situation where I talk to other people about their struggles with the bipolar disorder or whatever. But I don't even want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be free of that. As I continue my healing process, as I continue to go through my changes, because it's back and forth. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You're not going to move into a new environment and think, oh, everything is all gravy now. Everything is all beautiful for you. No. I like this song. But you still take every day for what it is. And that's what I had to do. I had to take every single day. Every day my struggle. Every day of my homelessness. Every day that I could not cope. Or every day that I cried. Right? Every night that I slept in my car. And let me tell you something about that car. I was thinking about getting me a new car. I mean, I still might. But I was thinking, like, I would have to get rid of that car in order. I don't think I can get rid of that car. That car has brought me through. That car is my roadie. Hold on a second. That car is my roadie. How? Why would I get rid of that? I slept nights in this car for the 3 months that I was homeless. I slept in my car for most of that time. Like I said, I was able to stay in one place, and let me tell you something. God knows what he's doing with me, because he put me in a space that I was able to get something done. I wrote a 60-page proposal in 20 fucking 1 days. They only gave us 30 days to do it. By the time I found out about it, somebody called me about it, it was already like 2, 3 days in. When I got started on it, I was so worried about not having this, not being able to get that, and not being able to produce certain documents that I was able to do all of that shit. I wrote a fucking 60-page proposal to the city of Newark in 20 fucking 1 days. And I presented that shit with all confidence. We still ain't hear shit about it yet. I'm still waiting to hear, like, what's up with that. Because mama is on my shit. You understand? I was told that nonprofits who have already established, right, already established businesses did not present their proposal the way that I did not have it done in the time, did not have the information, was not able to present an effective and complete proposal the way that I did. Let's say something about your girl. And I did that shit homeless. I did that shit staying in someone else's home. I did that shit at some point uncomfortable with whether I should even be there or not. But I did that shit. And I got that shit done. I got that shit done. So I like this song too. But it was so much, it was so heavy. It's so heavy, like, and then it's like, how do you end up in that situation 1 year after the other? And like I said, I'm not going to talk about these different dynamics and people. I'm not bringing those people back into my space now. You can't get that. You can't get that. But those circumstances and those situations, they definitely influenced me. It definitely did something to me. So at this point, the bipolar shit has to come to an end. I can't keep dwelling. I can't keep dwelling on those hurts, dwelling on those pains, dwelling on those people that didn't really accept me. They acted like they accepted me. They might have even thought that they were accepting of me, but you didn't really accept me. And in any event, I'm thankful for everything that anyone has done for me, even at that time, even how difficult it became. I'm still thankful for those times that I did not have to sleep in my car. I'm thankful for that. So I don't know how anyone could think I was trying to be funny in saying that. But that just shows what you think of me. So anyway, that was just a little, but I'm not bringing that into my space right now because I can't. I'm about rebuilding right now, rebuilding relationships with my children. I'm about to be a grandma again, So I need to be in a whole nother state of mind. I need to be in a whole nother place. Being in another environment, again, it doesn't change your situation. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change who people are to you. So I'm just hoping that I could be a different kind of light, because I've known that I've always been a light. And I've been the kind of light that people want to shut off. They want to shut it down. Why? Why is that? I refuse. And God refuses for me to be shut down. So that's what needs to be accepted. That God will not let my light be put out. Okay? So that's why I'm here to shine. I'm not shining on anybody. I'm shining because I'm supposed to be shining. Accept it or don't accept it, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, let's get to my trip to Memphis. Let me get to my trip to Memphis. That's why that car, I'm gonna end up paying that motherfucker off. That's my baby. One of my babies. Yeah, my pregnant baby. So anyway, that car slept me through nights, cold nights. That car try to act up some of that, but that car is the, let me tell you something. A Chevy Impala is the most reliable car on this earth. Oh, and I saw an old school, beautiful, beautiful one at the car show. I'm gonna get to that. But and a Chevy Impala, let me tell you something. I might not get rid of that car. That's why I need me a hit of bread so that I can pay this car off. It's almost paid off, but so I can pay it off and buy me a new car. That's what I need to happen right now, because I'm not getting rid of my Chevy Impala. I'm not doing that. That baby got me to motherfucking Memphis. You hear me? I drove 20 hours. Now, the GPS will say 16 hours, which it would take me 16 hours to drive to Atlanta to go see my son. But that GPS say 13 hours for that, 10 to 13 hours. But you know, stopping, eating, going to the bathroom, you gotta do that shit. I wasn't wearing no fucking pamper. You know, like some people do. Remember that lady went to go kill that other lady? I mean, I'm not saying this as a joke, but that lady drove from wherever she was at to wherever she was going with an adult pamper on, so she didn't have to stop. And went and killed somebody. I ain't gonna do that, but so I should do this in a whole nother video. I should make it a whole nother video, but we ain't gonna do all that. DolphLand. I drove 20 hours to DolphLand. I got there and it was beautiful. Memphis is rugged, right? I wasn't in any of the rugged spots. But Tennessee is beautiful. Let me tell you something. I felt it when I drove through the time zone change. I felt it in my whole body shifted. It was like I felt like I was getting a cold, and then I felt like I was dozing off to go to sleep, and then I woke up. Like, that shit was weird. If you've ever driven through a time zone change, then you know what I'm talking about. That shit is no joke. And I think it's only like an hour or two of change, but that shit, you can actually feel that time change in your body. So anyway, so let me tell you about my trip to Memphis. So the reason that I went to Memphis was because DolphLand was going to be the last showing of the museum. And I felt like I had to be there. Y'all know how I love Dolph. Y'all know how I love the team, the pre-team. I felt like this was my show. My show for me to show my love and to show that I'm in this. Like, I've never fanned anybody. I said it over and over again throughout this bipolar shit, that I've never fanned any celebrity. And I like quite a few. I love quite a few. But I've never fanned anybody like I do the pre-team and Dolph. Well, Dolph first and the pre-team. Let's say it like that. But it was amazing. It was amazing to be in that element. Now, y'all already know, I'm like an early bird. I like to get there early. I like to peep shit out. So even though the show was going on later that night, when I got to Memphis, I still went to the what do you call it? The venue. Because I wanted to see what was up. As soon as I get to the venue, you see that mural, the one that's in Castelia, Tennessee, in Memphis, the mural, the replica of the mural. That's the first thing I see, and I was like, oh my God, I'm here. Nobody was here or whatever. Nobody was there, but I saw somebody working. So I parked my car and I just get out and I walk or whatever. And then, so I feel bad because I met this person when I went to the DC show. See, I haven't been keeping up with y'all, so y'all don't know how I've been moving. I went to the New York show. I went to the DC show. I think I did say I went to the DC show. I did tell you that. Yes, I did. See, my mind shot. And then I drove to Memphis for the Memphis show. So I went to the venue and I remember him, Javante. I hope he's okay with me saying his name, but he was so gracious to me. And I did meet him after the fact. I remember that I met him in DC. But when I saw him there, he was just so gracious, and he was just allowing me to look, and I took pictures by the car. That car that was there, I think that was that the Corvette? The camouflage Corvette? I don't remember, but I have a picture. He let me take pictures of the car, you know, do my little selfies, and then he took a picture of me by the mural. It was beautiful. So then that was that. Then I went back that night because that night was the actual, you know, the DolphLand, you know, because they was doing it then. And then they was doing, I think Saturday was the setup. Friday night was the DolphLand. Went through all of that, took pictures, like, it was beautiful. I had such a good time sitting with the team, taking pictures with the team. It was dope. Like, y'all already know, I'm like a super, super fan. I was looking for the youngin'. I don't think he was there that night, Friday night. If he was hiding. He always hiding from me. But then, so Saturday was when I drove. Yes, TT. It's loyalty. She want to be heard, so she want to talk to y'all. So Saturday was when I drove, well, halfway. We met at the halfway point. He drove from Atlanta, and I drove from Memphis to meet in the halfway point in Alabama, y'all. Yeah, so I drove through Mississippi and Alabama, 2 states I've never, ever been in, to get my baby boy so that he could be with me for the car show. So we came back, stayed at the hotel. Now let me tell you something. I wanted to stay until Monday. I was supposed to stay till Monday, but the hotel that I booked, they gave my room away. And probably because I got there 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, fuck, I was driving all fucking day, but they gave my room away. They didn't give a fuck. This is the other thing. So one of the team that I'm in communication with, right? And I might be beefing with him. Because I had hit him up on Instagram, like, I'm going to be there, whatever, where should I stay? So he gave me like the cold shoulder type of shit. I was just like, oh, okay, so he on his bullshit. So later on, he going to text me downtown. So by the time he had did that, I had already booked the hotel. So whatever about that particular communication. But here's the thing. So I get to my hotel, and again, they had gave my room away. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm calling hotels and shit. Everybody booked. Why is everybody booked? Because the fucking car show is the next day. So I was tripping. I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't really know what's downtown, but if you from where I'm from, then you already know that when they say downtown in no city is where you want to be. That's just my knowledge of downtown. Anyway, I'm sitting in the motherfucking parking lot. I'm making these calls. Next thing I know, I hear music going off. You know that Tennessee music or whatever. And I'm paying attention because I'm calling. I'm in my phone and shit, but I hear the music. Next thing I know, I pick my head up. It's 5 bitches in the parking lot twerking and shit. Twerking on the floor, on the ground, twerking. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I realized it's a Taco Bell in was that Kentucky? It was a Taco Bell in a IHOP. Right there. And I heard one of the bitches say, can we get some Taco Bell? While they twerk, I said, you know what? I'm definitely in the downtown area. That motherfucker really, he did me dirty with that. But that's okay. I forgive you. I'm not going to say your name. But I forgive you. Because actually I saw him at the car show, and he gave me a hug or whatever. And I should have got in his ass about that. But I ain't say nothing or whatever. Because you know how people try to do you. They try to play you off when you don't give them the response that they be looking for. But it was just like, I was in a different space then. I couldn't acknowledge anything. I couldn't be happy. I couldn't feel happy. I just couldn't. And people don't understand that. I don't expect them to. I don't expect anybody to. But that's what I'm saying now. That I was not in an accepting space of, damn, somebody reaching out to me, like I'm really in communication with that, and I couldn't respond the way I wanted to. Not just how you wanted me to. I couldn't respond the way I wanted to. But anyway, So I'm getting your ass though by sending me fucking downtown, because that's exactly where that motherfucking hotel was at. Because when I finally got to another hotel, and then they said they was booked, I was like, well, I was asking about the area. I said, well, somebody told me the downtown area, and I told them that hotel. She was like, she was like, oh yeah, that's the downtown area. I was like, wow, he set me up real ugly. But anyway, so I ended up getting me a hotel though in Germantown. That's, I was told that's like the suburbs, and that was a really nice hotel. But here's the thing with that: when I was supposed to get my other hotel booked, I was supposed to stay 3 nights. But the hotel that I ended up having to spend to, that motherfucker was expensive, so I could only afford 2 nights. I couldn't afford to stay 3 nights, so I had to take my baby back, and so it was a lot that was going on with that. And like I was telling Javante, like nobody knew what I was going through when I got there, but I knew I had to be there. I'm sorry. That just caught me off guard. Oh my God. I just knew I had to be in Memphis. So anyway, so the car show Sunday was dope. My son enjoyed it. I had to be conservative because I had to make sure that my gas money was on point. Like it was like feed my son. Like it was crazy. It was crazy to be that. Like I couldn't believe I told him. Like if you knew what I was going through, you would be like, "What the fuck are you doing in Memphis?" But I had to. I had to. So y'all know I'm a crazy person. So anyway, and the video is what, 31:46 now. So I don't want to take it too long because y'all know I don't like when my videos be too long, but I do like, I didn't want to do 2 separate videos so I'll talk about the same thing. Because, like I said, the bipolar shit is coming to an end. So I don't even know that I want to call it the bipolar shit anymore. But I want to still come and talk about different events. I want to talk about growing. I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about really, really healing. Really coming through. I have a job. I went and got me a job. I didn't really have to, but I did have to, actually. This particular job, I just took it because it was available to me. I got it real easy. But I have an interview tomorrow. So I want to, that's more of what I want to do. Because I need to, first of all, I need to get back into society. I need to get back into life. Y'all know I've been so secluded for the past years. So I want to get back into life. I want to start showing my face. And then I need some money so that when I want a fan and when I want to go somewhere and somebody offer me an opportunity, I could jump on it. And I can't not jump on it because I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what was happening too with the team. Somebody offered me an opportunity and I couldn't take it because I didn't have no money. And I couldn't tell them that. I could have, but I didn't tell him that. But so now I'm played off. Now it's just like, so now they don't really communicate with me like that anymore. But it's all good because I know I'm still down with the team. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how I know. So when I was at the car show, me and my baby boy, so I wanted to be there like one of the first ones. I do mind crowds. But I don't like walking into a crowd. If the crowd happens to form while I'm already there, that's one thing. I'm okay with that for some reason. I can maneuver through that. Me walking into a crowd, it sets off a little bit of inside of me because I'm on alert. Like I don't know what the difference is, but that's how I am. So that's actually how it happened. I was like after the VIP people, because I didn't even realize, like I was gonna already pay for my ticket. I don't understand why I didn't pay for my ticket once I made the decision that I was gonna go. But I was going back and forth with it because I already told you I was homeless. Like I need my money to make sure that I have my security deposit when I move in. Like it was all type of shit that was going on with me. All type of shit that was going on with me. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, I got that done. I got that all over with. I'm at the show. I didn't get the VIP tickets or whatever, but one of the homies that I saw from from the show on Friday night, he was like, "Just call me, and I'm gonna get you in," which means I wouldn't have had to pay. So before I left my hotel, I texted him like, "Listen, I'm on my way to the hotel. I told you I like to get there early or whatever." So he didn't respond. So I was like, "Well, fuck it. I just didn't want to take any chances." So I'm standing in the line. We get there. It's like, I'm talking about, me and my son was in 10 fucking minutes. We wasn't in there 10 minutes. He was like, "I'm here now, whatever, where you at? Come on, I'm gonna get you in." I'm like, "I'm already in." So I done spent that money to get me and my son in. It was fine, because whatever I could contribute to make sure that they know I'm for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So then we, he found me or whatever, and it was just so dope the way they was welcoming me. Then, from the other night, taking pictures with some of the team. I took a picture with DJ Rocksteady, with the other ones, Mario. That was the one that was looking out for me. Like, it was just such a dope feeling, right? So the way they had their little shit set up, it was, just their little area where nobody couldn't really come through. The regular people couldn't come through. They were still doing it, though, because it just seemed like a open entrance and exit. It just seemed like that. But that was the VIP area. So they allowed me to sit in that area. And I was just chilling. Like, I could just sit there and vibe. Like, I was just vibing. I didn't need a whole lot going on around me, because I don't need all that. And it was crowded. It was dumb crowded. So people coming and going or whatever. And I had my little drink in my cooler. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so much going on. So me and my son, and then he's kind of the same way with crowds. Like, because at some point he was like, he saw enough. He took pictures of the cars or whatever, and he didn't want to go back into the crowd. So, we kind of fill each other out in that kind of way. Anyway, so it was just dope. They let me come, so I was able to go in that door. Then what happens? That was the door that the youngin was coming into. I'm such a fucking stan. I'm such a fucking stan. So I was standing there waiting. Everybody, they like, "Oh, he got coming." Everybody, when he shows up, oh my god, he shows up. He was just fresh to death. He wore that fucking dolphin. That motherfucking thing blinded me, but I was still there with my camera, like, "Hey, youngin, I love you." I was getting I should post that video too, but it was just like, that's why it took me so long, because it's like some things I just wanted to keep to myself, because there are people out here that hate me so bad for nothing that I've done to them, but they hate me so bad that any little thing that I'm happy about, they're gonna try to slam it, or they're gonna try to say things about me to put other things in people's head about me. Like, it was just crazy. So it was just like, you know what? These moments I want to keep to myself. I got pictures with Van Play. I got pictures with Jay Fizzle, Lil Cuz. Like, I was in my fucking element. It was so fucking dope. And believe me, I was just sitting there talking to security, getting my hugs from DJ Memphis. Like, I was chilling and had a fucking ball. The thing was, I think I left without saying anything, because my son was hungry, and I was about my timing with me having to drive him back to Atlanta. So it was just like, once that shit hit me, like, damn, I don't have another night in my hotel. I gotta drive to Atlanta, and I want to get there before it get too late for him, because me driving at night hurts my eyes. Like, it's just a whole little situation. So I kind of just left once that shit hit me, and I was drinking, not heavy. I was drinking that little Simply lemonade. Them shit's good. But I still was drinking. But I just wanted to get him back before, and that's really what it was. So I kind of just had to leave. But I wish I didn't have to leave like that. I wish I had another night in my hotel, because wow. It was amazing. It was amazing. I had an amazing time in Memphis, and it would seem light, but the element, the car show was dope. I got pictures and videos of dope cars, key cars, Dolph cars, all those other cars. Like I said, that fucking Impala that I saw. Oh baby, I like cars. See, I'm the type. I like the dope car. Not the dope nigga in the dope car. No, not that. I like the dope car first. And it was just so fucking dope. Like I was, I was in my element. So I don't regret driving 20 hours to Memphis. I don't regret driving 20 hours to Memphis on my budget. I don't regret it at all. I had a blast. I had a great time. I had an excellent time. So, like, I don't regret anything. And plus, I don't live in my life of regrets. I don't live a life of regrets now. I don't. Dolph has a song, No Regrets. We're living life with no regrets. I don't regret nothing. I don't regret nothing. I was in my element. I was where I was supposed to be. And somebody said that to me. I was explaining, somebody in Memphis, actually. I met, because you know me. Well, do you know me? Like, it seemed like I'm a standoffish type of person, and I am because I be observing. I be observing people. But people that I can actually talk to, I met quite a few people in Memphis. I have a friend, it seems like a lot of motherfuckers from that. It's called Mario. DeMario, actually. Like, that's a real heavy name in Memphis. And I met two Marios. Not Mario, like we say it up here. It's Mario in Memphis. You heard? Get it right. But anyway, like, I'm just able to, like, vibe. Like, I can just talk to people. And that's how I always am. I mean, I'm a fucking social worker, so I have certain skills that I can just be talking to you and not ask you a certain, not one single question and get all the information that I need from you. I just don't do people like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of invasive. When you have that skill, you have to be careful with it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to end my video now because I didn't want it to go this long, but I did want to talk about, my show, my spot at going to Memphis. I don't regret it at all. I loved it. Oh, damn. This was the most important part. I went to take the thing, y'all know I took my poster, the Lego poster. I took that to them in DC. Don't you know they had it up on the wall in Memphis? That right there was everything to me. That's why I won't regret anything, because a part of me is now a part of that. A part of me that I wanted to show my love, the love, a part of my love, a piece of my love is a part of that event. So do you think I'm going to regret driving 20 hours to Memphis all by my motherfucking self? No, I don't regret it. I don't regret not one single moment. I don't regret not one single moment. I don't even regret that I went down there damn near broke. And still had to come back and make sure that I had my money for my security deposit when I moved in. And you better believe I did. Because I don't play that. I was economizing like a motherfucker in my head. Like, this is what I can spend. That's why I couldn't spend 3 nights in that expensive ass hotel. It was the only one that was available, but I had to take the room. So I can only afford 2 nights, not 3. Oh well. I still slept. I didn't have to sleep in my car. So anyway, y'all. Oh my goodness. So Memphis was so fucking bomb. Oh my God. I saw my youngin'. I saw the team. They were so gracious to me. They were really gracious to me. Now, all these street niggas, let me tell you something about that Jay Fizzle. Lil' cuz. That little nigga talks shit like he fucking 7 feet tall. He's same height as me. But that's the type of shit I love. I love that shit. I love that shit. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think I'm in love with street niggas. Like, that's just what it is. Because most of them have good hearts. I don't judge people from what they do. I judge you for who you are. And that's the problem with me, right? People always judge me for what I did because I go off on your ass. I snap your motherfucking head off for whatever. But they never ever really paid attention to who I was as a person. They never paid attention to that I was a giving person. They never paid attention to that I really cared about people. That I was so fucking sensitive to people's plights and to people's hurt. Because hurt hurts. Pain is pain. I just posted that shit the other day. Like, it's crazy that love is the action that you show. You have to show love. You have to make sure that this is done so that people can feel the affection of that action of love, right? But pain, you feel that shit heavy. Damn, you feel that shit heavy. Pain, you feel that shit heavy. And I want to alleviate this pain now. I want to appreciate the trees. There's so many fucking trees around here. As soon as I moved around here, I'm clogged up for fucking 3 days in a row. That was allergies. I get it. I understand. Now I'm a little bit more susceptible to it. And this is what I chose for me. Even though I still might be going through some things, and wherever I go, people are not going to like me. Hey, I get it. But I can't be worried about that. I can't worry about your feelings about me when I didn't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I can focus on is me being me and me doing things in a positive way to show that I am a good person. To people who are accepting of it. To people who love me, who actually love me. Who I can grow to love me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to focus on now, because fuck negativity. Fuck hurt. Fuck pain. I've been through it enough. Fuck the bipolar shit. That's ending. Right? And I'm diagnosed with that shit supposedly for the rest of my life, right? Whatever. I don't have to live it. I don't have to claim it. But anyway, it's a long video, but thank you to y'all who rocked with me through this bipolar shit. Those who love me through this bipolar shit. Those who I've gained attachments with through this bipolar shit. You know, I appreciate you and I love you, and it's not going to stop. So you will see me again, but on a different note. Like I said, I might not call it the bipolar shit anymore. Why? The bipolar shit was nothing but a bunch of bullshit that I talked. I don't have that for you anymore. So you got to come up with something else. Help me out with that. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you to the pre-team for being so gracious to me in that space. I have videos that I want to post, but like I said, I just wanted to keep some shit to myself. But I think I'm going to start posting them. I posted a picture of me. This is the last thing. I posted a picture of me by the Dolph painting that Javante did. That shit, I didn't even know he did that until you told me that night at the DolphLand Museum, the Friday night. And he told me he did that. But before he even told me, I had already took those pictures and was vibing by the picture. It's so dope. Seeing it up close, seeing those pieces of artwork up close, it's amazing. The artwork that people did to show their love for Dolph. Amazing. So for mine to be there with that, I thank you so much. Y'all mean so much to me. You don't even know. You don't even understand. I know this is a long video. People probably won't even go through the whole thing. That's fine. But I want P.R.E to know that I'm forever. I'm 5 life. You heard? P.R.E. 5 life. Get at me.